So, welcome back once again. I'm Martin, as you know, I'm a IT4 certified. I just did my certification recently, and it was really amazing because I've learned through all these certification that it is very important. It's so vital. It has given me an overview of IT service management and how it is important to know all these things that are covered under ITIL4 Foundation, because it's very important. And one of the more things, like, you find that you some of the benefits that you find, like, you get as a result of being a certified ITL4 foundation. uh, Under this one, because one of the things that is the industry proven best practice of IT service management, and also, like, it reflects the updated, newly emerging practices that are within the industry that are really applicable today. That you find, like, today, that's so applicable, and by the time that you find, like, you're doing this, you find, like, all the things that are in place. It just gives you engaged. And one thing that, like, it has given me also, like, a sense, like, at least that I reflect to balance, like, the agility and stability of business. And once you need to understand that, because in this instance, like, I am in a telecommunication company industry, and this is where I got most of the things, like, you need to understand the overview of the company. You need to understand the streams of revenues, and all these, that the categories, the different categories that you need to know, and all these, that they it also enables you, like, to create that new revenue streams, and, like, a source of competitive advantage to in within the industry. Maybe, like, a better way of doing things, and how your company is gonna generate a lot of revenue for you. And also, another best way of it, like, it is support a new digital business models. And you find that, like, it is very important, and since it's flexible enough, you can easily switch from side to side. And also, under these ITL4 foundation, we looked at different things, and one of the most important things was, like, a ITL for service value system, whereby, like, you have to know that what is being demanded in the market, and what value you're going to create. What is it, an opportunity, or is something like that is being demanded today? And then find that within these, like, there's so many things, like, if you've identified an opportunity, or, like, you have a demand in a company, what do you think, or what first thing do you do? You're going to have that, like, if you have an idea on, or, like, you've seen it, or an opportunity, one thing you're going to do is that you're going to have guiding principles. uh, these are, like, recommendations, for sets of recommendations that you're gonna put in place, like, to do some, like, you're gonna come up with that, but, like, you have to follow up. And the governance, this helps you making decisions and structured decisions within the company, and also have a service value chain, like, streams of activities that come up together, or components that are put together to produce a value. And then practices, and then continual improvement, continual improvement, like an overview of everything. If it is a process, if it is just, like, a way of doing things, it need to be improved. If it is, like, a set of those rules that need to be improved, it are cut across all these. And then at the end of the day, you find that you're what you find out that, like, you're creating a value. So first thing, like, when you look at into this service value chain, we say that the operating model for a service provider that covers all keys activities required to effectively manage products and services. This is very important because it's one of the components. And remember, when we talk about a service value system, we're looking at the model presenting how all the components of an organization work together to facilitate a value creation. So another component of it is, like, practice. In practice, as I said before, these are set of organizational resources designed to perform work or accomplish a given task or an objective. And then, guiding principles, I said, a recommendation that guides an organization all circumstances, regardless of the changes in goals, strategies, types of work, or management structure. Everything, this one cut across, because you have to be having those principles you follow. And some of the principles that we are going to look at, like, focus on the value, the value you want to create, you want to bring to the market. Here is what. And also, maybe if you have something, like, you already have in place that is already in existence, you start where you are. These are some of the guiding principles that we look at later in the upcoming topic. And then the governance, we say that this is the main body, like it direct and it control the organization. Continuous improvement is a practice of aligning an organization practices and services in changing a business, and through ongoing identification and improvement of all elements involved in the effective management of products. So this one is very important because this model, it helps you, like it is a way of understanding better how you're going to create a value in the market. Like we are in a telecommunication company industry that is so competitive with these other technologies, like maybe like let me say you have these network companies that are coming up. They want to make sure that like put in place the same service that you're providing, but what makes it a different. So that is why we're going to look across all these, and we check. And last thing but not the least, we also going to look at the four dimensions of service management. Four dimensions of service management. If we want to create a value or want to produce a service or product, launch it into a marketplace, we as an individual, you make sure that you have four in place. And these four is that organization and people, these are responsibilities, and how the organization structure of your company, how is your company well structured. Then second to it, we're going to look at information and technology. We say information and technology, this is the system that is used. What kind of system do you have? What system are you having that are providing for what? That are providing the enabling you to create a value. And then we will look at the value streams and processes, what activities are involved in co-creation of the value. And then partners and suppliers, these are the people that you, like your partners, these are the people that help you and in creating a value. Maybe you're sourcing some things, you need to get them from your partners and suppliers. And then also another thing that regarding that, all you have the four dimensions. These are all things that you have within the organization, but you also have to look at the factor that influence all these. And the factor that influence, we look at these are called pestle factors, and one of them is that we say pestle is political factors. What are the political factors within the particular country you're operating in? Like how is the political environment or atmosphere? Is it good? Is it favoring the economy? Is it something that is supportive? The second is that we look at the economic factors. These are like, you look at the marketplace, what is the demand of your products or your services. Then we look at the social factors. Maybe we can look at it in these ways, like in some cultures or some homes, like the women that are allowed to do some particular works and jobs, but and where some prohibit women from doing particular, you have to make sure that you put those factors in place and be able to know them. Technological factors, this is one of them, one of the factors that influence or that affect. When you look at technological factors, we look at how is like the technological sector of that particular country. Maybe is it something that's supporting excuse me, is it supporting what you want to bring to the what to the market. We also look at legal factors. What are the legal factors of the country? How is it registration? What are the rules and regulations? And maybe what are some of the? This is something to do with legality. Environmental factors. We have to identify this is something environmental. Thank you for listening, friends, and see you in the next lecture.